Hi guys!
Hello everybody!
Welcome to Original Games UK. We are showing you our PS4, PS Vita and general Sony pickups that we have had from the past month.
Yes!
Of which there are loads of different genres, indie games, really popular games. So we're just going to go through them.
Yeah.
I've got a pile, Sam's got a pile. The first one
Let's go for it.
is the best survival horror game of all time, the best Resident Evil of all time. And after playing Resident Evil 7, I was like, I need my other kind of Resident Evil fix.
Yeah.
And I have this on 360. I have it on the Wii, and I have it on the GameCube.
Yep.
And that is Resident Evil 4.
What an absolute ridiculous game.
Yeah. And we know it's ridiculous because I played it on normal. Then my cousin was round. When I say played it on normal, so I completed it on normal.
Yeah.
Then my
In
cousin
1.5
round.
days. Yeah.
And then my cousin comes round. He completes it on normal. He's completed on normal again. Sam was on his first run on normal.
About halfway through, I imagine.
And I think I'm on chapter 4 on professional, literally all within about 2 weeks.
It's kind of ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah.
I think by then I would have completed this game like 20 plus times.
I think this version is based off the PC version, which supposedly is like the hands down best version of it.
Classic game, great level design, great character, great challenge level, just a perfect game.
Right, my first thing is actually a console, and it is the PlayStation TV, which is something that I've wanted for a long time actually.
This is a hidden gem of like this age.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people wouldn't have even heard of this or have one, I think.
Well, it was barely advertised.
Yeah.
Um,
If you're not a gamer, you definitely won't know what it is.
so it has a PS Vita slot on the side, so you can play a selection of Vita games, not all Vita games, because Sony have stopped
Production of it.
and given support for it. It also has a memory card slot, and this is basically where the actual value comes.
Yes.
So you have to obviously get a Sony's memory card, but once you do that, you can then play games that you download off the market. But obviously it's really good because you play them on a full screen.
What
That's
games
the
have you?
benefit.
We'll go for the games that you've
So,
bought since you
Final
bought
Fantasy VII, again.
Of course.
Again. Castlevania Symphony of the Night,
Of course.
which actually I got that for $3.99.
Yeah, not 209.
That was mentally cheap. And by the way, I've never played that game before, and that game is so good. I also got Suikoden 1 and 2. So the fact that I can play all of those with a PS4 controller on my TV is
insane,
ridiculously good. And also, I lent it to Aiden so he could play Persona 4.
Yes.
Like, that's like, I mean, I've never seen. I never played Persona 4 on the PS2, so I've never seen it in full screen.
Me neither.
But it looked ridiculously good.
Because it was about, let's say you bought it about a week, maybe a week and a half before Persona 5 was went out.
Yes, yeah.
And by that point, I was at
40 hours into Persona or something like that?
Yeah, about 40 hours when you bought it.
Yeah.
The next time you came over, it was like, yeah, I'm on
70.
like 70 hours I've done.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It did. I mean,
Playing on a PS4 controller in the comfort of not having to like hunch over the Vita.
because that's the only thing with any kind of handheld as well. After a while, you do get like.
And it doesn't matter which handheld it is, it just will happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is. Well, I got it for £35 as well, which actually I thought was really good. Because at the minute on eBay, a new one is like 60, bare minimum.
If you're really into your PS Vita and you've been into your PS Vita for like a lot of years, maybe not recently because as we say it's no longer supported.
And also, if you bought lots of like PS1 games on the PlayStation Store, obviously then you can re-download them, and that'd be a great use of your money.
Yes. Another one, I have yet to play it. It only arrived yesterday. Been hearing mixed reviews, which I'm a bit disappointed about, but I'm going to go to it with an open mind.
You never listen to critics. Always make up your own mind.
Don't listen to us. Spiritual successor to the Banjo-Kazooie, like Conker's Bad Fur Day and everything like that, and that is Yooka-Laylee.
Yep. Well, minus, obviously, we'll just ignore that the critics have come out and said what they've said.
Yeah.
The game still does look incredible. It does look like a blast from the past, a kind of, platformer. I think it will be interesting to actually see exactly how it plays.
Yeah.
And to kind of get your own opinion on it.
I still think it'll be like a really vibrant, immersive world.
Yeah.
It just sounds to me that it's going to be shorter and maybe not as well paced.
I do think, the only thing with that, obviously having played, the only issue I can see it having is that I think it had 2 million, was it 2 million funding
Yes.
by the end? that's probably a fifth of what Ratchet and Clank had.
Yeah, I'm trying
So
to think what.
there are going to be like differences.
Am I right in thinking Shenmue by the end of the first day had like 6 million maybe?
Yeah, I'm thinking that might have more than 2 then.
But I'm talking about, yeah, but like when it was initially kickstarted, I think it was 2 point something.
Yeah, I mean it might have gone up since then, but even then you can kind of see a difference. So there might be a difference.
Yeah, but there does seem to be a common theme now with Kickstarter games that like Mighty Number 9.
They have issues.
So I'm a bit worried about Shenmue 3, but that's a different topic.
Now, okay, well, that had enough money to make it work. It's just whether it can.
Yeah, it can.
Right, next, I got World of Final Fantasy on the Vita. Yeah.
Such a good game.
Yeah, the fact that you can play this on the go, because basically, I mean, the main reason why I got this, minus it being a Final Fantasy game, it basically means I can play Pokemon on my Vita.
I'm sure on our last pickups, it was me showing you my one that I bought. That was a PS4 version.
Yeah.
And then Sam's gone out and bought it on the
I did actually buy it. I just bought it up to case. No, it was actually it was in my Vita case.
Of course it is.
Lies. But yeah, really good. I think actually I've already put 4 hours into it.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I don't actually know you played it yet.
And I think what's incredible about this actually is it feels like I've put in like 10 minutes. Because basically you get past like the first hour of story and it's just, here's an area to go and grind in. You're like, oh great, that's basically what I want in every single game. I'll just go and do that for like 3 hours.
It's so good. Like I said, the only thing we said was slight negative, but that depends on actually your rate. You know, if you're like 14 or 15 and you're a big Final Fantasy fan, that's a perfect thing.
Yeah.
But now some of it's a bit too childish.
Oh,
but
completely.
But apart from that game is.
And mechanically wise, it's ridiculous.
Well, since I've seen what you got, let's just
let's do it together.
We obviously both got Persona 5 because if you're an RPG, JRPG fan or Persona fan, why would you not have got this game?
Yeah, seriously, why wouldn't you have got this game?
Yeah, absolutely incredible.
It's been reviewing extremely well.
We already know it's going to be a toss-up for this or Breath of the Wild for Game of the Year. I mean, Breath of the Wild will get it by most of the standards, but for us being RPG fans, if this game gets topped as our Game of the Year, for us, what would have to come out?
Well, I mean, it's already. I mean, everyone's already saying it's set a new benchmark for JRPGs. Everyone's already kind of saying it's like an easy 9.5 out of 10.
I mean, I think.
Okay, now I know a good way to show you how much we're both enjoying this game. They're both empty. That's because we're both playing them at the same time.
Yeah, and I think we're both in June in the game. I think weird enough, even though I'm behind in days, I think I've spent slightly more hours than Simon. I think I've spent about the 33-hour mark.
I think I just got to 29.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I put an extra 2 hours since last time I played. But what can we say about it?
Wow.
And this word has been used by every single person who's critiqued it. It's even used in the game to describe itself. But this game has the most style of any game ever.
Yes. Style.
Menus, dialogue, story, scenarios, combat,
music,
everything. You can tell it's been done by somebody who kind of just has like a certain way of looking at things. It's so different to every other game maker.
You know the only bad thing about this game? I don't want it to end. I'm actually so disappointed.
And also, you know it's going to end in 20XX April May.
And that's the thing, and that's what you want from a game. Like the only bad thing is like I don't want this game to end.
No.
What will I do once this game is ended? But so far, I say so far, we're fucking loving it.
Yeah. Right. I'll so I've got a couple left. Grand Ages Medieval.
Now we played in this. This is one of those. Literally, the next 4 games from time were all impulse buys that you bought in one go.
Yeah.
And what I can say about this is a game that we were just playing on it the other day, and I was like, I just want to play something relaxing. You know, we'd had a salty session with Street Fighter. I was like, just put something relaxing on.
Wasn't it Resident Evil or something?
Oh,
7. Resident Evil 7. Yeah.
Let's go on something to relax. And it was meant to just be for 20, 30 minutes.
4 hours later.
4 hours later, in one sitting.
And then we conquered a couple of cities, made some trade routes, and we were like, oh, it's like 7 at night.
Yeah. Imagine Civilization, anything like that.
I think slightly simplified, but with all the same amount of fun as Civilization. I think this game is going to be huge. like genuinely massive.
But then even though it is huge, and when you zoom in, it's really, really detailed. What's the actual memory usage? That's why I found it odd.
I think it's all on disk. I think it's about like 5 gig. I think.
Yeah, 5 gig. When you compare that to something like Batman that has like
670,
it's stupid.
All right, What should we show next?
I was gonna say I do actually have this game, but not the enhanced version.
Yeah. So the next, the next 3 games. The reason why I got them was because I wanted all of these games when they first came out, but obviously money or playing something else, I just didn't get them.
Yeah.
So now that there's these versions out, this is ridiculously good value. So I got Dying Light, the enhanced edition, and with the following. So it's basically
zombie killing meets parkour.
It's basically every bit of DLC ever released for the game, all in here. Haven't played it yet, but I know I've watched Aiden play a bit of it, and I think it's my kind of game.
Yeah,
I say kind of parkour. Open world, make your own weapons,
and for that
survival, a bit of survival.
For that money,
I think like 50
all that stuff, exactly.
Which is just silly, really. To say, I mean, the DLCs alone is probably like £100.
Yeah, it actually was.
And so the fact that you're getting all of that inside the game, I just thought was just silly.
I could definitely say a modern thing about PS4, Xbox One, or Switch will be if you can wait for games, wait a couple of years, because I mean, like
we definitely have reached that time now.
When we were like that impulse buying, it's like. Metal Gear Solid 5 Definitive Edition. What the fuck is that?
Where'd that come from?
But yeah.
Yeah, I'll do one more and then we can get on to our last 2. I got Shadow of Mordor Game of the Year edition.
4.5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 9.3 out of 10, 9 out of 10.
Yeah, people definitely like the game. Now this version actually has been out for at least half a year actually.
Yeah.
So this game actually isn't that new.
I literally know nothing apart from the good scores. I know nothing about the game. So we haven't played in this one yet. I haven't played in this one.
I literally bought it because I've heard people say it's really, really fun. I know there's this nemesis system where basically if someone kills you in the game, they're kind of marked as your nemesis.
Like a revenge kill. Yeah.
And I think you can kind of manipulate them and you can bend them to your will. And to be fair, actually, I love Lord of the Rings, so that was like another reason. So once I get through everything else, this might be the next one to.
At the top of my head, there's only like one kind of really key game for us that I think we've not got, and that's Nier Automata.
Yeah, I think genuinely that's definitely one that we're missing.
But one that I've got the collector's edition of, a game that I have not played, but one that reminded me of a game from when I was younger, which was Harvest Moon. And I've always wanted another game like that, and I've heard this game is incredible, very high scores, and it only the memory on this is only 338 megabytes.
Yep.
And that is Stardew Valley. I think it was released on PS4 late last year as a downloadable, but obviously I think a while ago on maybe 360 and PS3. And this comes.
I think it's been on our PC as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe I think Wii U as well. I think loads of things.
Yeah.
So this includes the town map, mini guidebook, and the soundtrack to it.
Oh, very nice. I didn't actually know it came with the soundtrack.
Yes. So soundtrack's in there. I don't really know how many tracks there are on there.
Beep boop beep boop beep boop.
Guidebook.
Yep. So I do like the artwork.
And I like the fact as well that this is obviously a cheaper game than most.
Yeah.
And it actually comes with manual
actual stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll just show you the map.
That actually looks really, really cool.
Yeah, it reminds me. That was freaky. South Park. That was freaky. Do you know what that reminds, bro? Same wavelength.
Isn't it up actually somewhere? So just down there.
Yeah, it's down there. Yeah, the South Park Stick of Truth map does look very, very similar. It's kind of hand-drawn graphics, maybe without the rudeness, but.
And then Canada to the north.
Then Canada.
But yeah, I think I know that. I think that might be similar to a Grand Ages Medieval. It's kind of a relaxing game. You don't really have to like stress. Yeah.
I have heard though when I was watching a review for it. Quote me tell me if I'm wrong. But I have heard this is meant to have like one of the hardest platinum trophies ever.
Really?
I think it literally requires you to do everything fully out, like max everything. And with a game that you can spend hundreds and hundreds of hours on, I think that's gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah.
Stardew Valley.
Right, and then the last one is Batman Return to Arkham. The baddest. I think, you know what, we don't really have to explain why I got this. It's 2 of arguably the best rated games of all time.
Arkham City and Arkham Asylum.
We don't need to say much more, do we really? And the fact that you can get them both together, and also something I really liked was they both came on their own disc.
Yes.
So it's not
with their own set of trophies.
It's not like buy Asylum and then Cities a download. It's just kind of,
And it's got all the DLC for both of them.
yes, and it's all the DLC. I think that was like 15 quid. I mean, that is ridiculous.
So I mean, so I was gonna say, right. So right here, you've got 2 games with full DLC for £15.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about how much that would get you in terms of Arkham Knight.
Oh my. Well,
Maybe like one DLC pack in a bit.
Yeah, if that.
So
but yeah, so it was just quite a busy month, hasn't it? Really?
Hold one of these and then yeah, and you got the TV. Yeah. I was thinking, I'm sure you had more games than that before.
I don't know if I can actually hold it.
That is a lot of Sony stuff, and it wasn't even meant to be like a Sony pickups thing, but we just realised, I think it was once you started doing impulse buying, and then obviously
it kind of forced you into it, didn't it, really?
Because I'd already got Persona 5 pre-ordered, same as you, and I'd already got Yooka-Laylee pre-ordered, but then I was like, oh, I'll just get Resident Evil 4 and I'll add Stardew Valley to that, and then you were like,
also today, remember I also bought some, downloaded some for this.
Yes.
Oh, I got Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 as well.
Yes, you do.
But yeah, I think, I mean, Aiden, we even saying this today, I almost bought Resident Evil 5 and 6.
Yes.
And 4 and
Revelations.
I almost bought Dark Souls 2. It's kind of, in the minute, it's getting a bit silly. We need to calm down.
Guys, if you can recommend any good games for an affordable price that you are aware we haven't got, maybe for the PS4 or PS Vita, I am looking to get Dancing All Night, the Persona 4 spin-off.
That looks so good.
But guys, hope you...
Because we got Persona Arena as well.
Yes.
So actually, the Persona
Collection's getting
kind of what we're doing in reverse. It's going all right.
5, 4. Yeah. But guys, hope you enjoy the pickups, and we will see you soon.